It's manufacturing, it's people, it's passion. Welcome to Fruhauf Uniforms in Wichita, Kansas. We have the factory, we have an office here. Over 100 people touch every single piece of uniform that comes through here. Let me show you around. My name is Chris Green. I'm the National Sales Manager for Fruhauf Uniforms based in Wichita, Kansas. Fruhauf is your marching arts apparel superstore, I guess you could say. While we don't do a lot of accessories and things, there's a lot of companies that do that, but our big thing is that we want to make sure that what you want to see is what you're delivered. So some companies will give you a fancy sketch artist and here you go, pick this one or this one. We don't. We start with a very in-depth computer process of getting the ideas, the aesthetics. It's a complete concierge service through the entire process. Fruhauf customers are everywhere. While we're primarily US based as far as our customers, we have worked with some international groups as well. But basically our customers are marching bands, community groups, police. We do some military, some Broadway, so a little of everything, but the marching band is kind of the focus of the company. Well, we've been here in Kansas for 115 years. So we are balancing the tradition and legacy and iconicness of it all, but also trying to stay avant-garde and innovative in pushing the activity. This is our fifth or sixth generation now of Fruhaufs that have built this company, and it's continued to grow and change with the marching band world. Kansas has been great. It's a great workforce. It's a great home. We've had 3 different locations here. It's where we are. Walking down this hallway full of all this historical information and just inspirational uniforms from the past to the present to the avant-garde, it's very cool. It's all part of what makes Fruhauf, Fruhauf. Quality matters. It mattered to every Fruhauf for generations. That's where we kind of stuck out. And while we used to have dozens of uniform manufacturers, there's only now 4 major uniform manufacturers in the US. So quality for us is important. We have a 10-year warranty on most of our products, and some we extend to a 12-year. I know I personally walked into a school years ago in Florida. And I think we're time for new uniforms. It's been 4 or 5 years or so. They put a uniform. Wait a minute. It wasn't 4 or 5 years. Hang on. Looking up stuff, and I pulled a fabric, and I found the exact fabric that they had on the uniform. I said, "Sir, you've had these uniforms for 22 years." He says, "Oh, well, they're still holding up." Well, it's kind of fun. The way I look at it is I always say that our people are the product. Now, we have a wonderfully manufactured product, but they can get a product anywhere. So why are they coming? Why are they coming to us? They come to us because they want to work with us. They've had a great experience. I can't even begin to tell you the number of bands that have been in our uniforms for decades. Some of them are the same design. We just keep refreshing the fabric or the flexibility or whatever they need to have that happen. I was in Fruhauf Uniforms in high school. I didn't even really know. I've made uniforms with several companies, and I've been in all these uniforms. I've experienced it life-wise, and I'm here for a reason. I really enjoy what we do and how we do it, and that connection with directors and people who are looking is just amazing. So while we have been in business for more than 115 years, we've got record of every uniform we've ever made. Now, we don't keep all of them. The last couple of years are definitely here, and every time someone comes up with this new, unique style, we can probably find somewhere we've already done that pattern or something in the past. So these reference points become really important in the design process. Well, first of all, I am not a morning person. So all my notifications are turned to silent till about 9:30. That doesn't stop people from contacting every possible way because everyone has a different workflow and schedule. I come in, the very first thing I do, I check with everybody. How's the morning going? I kind of get a pulse of where the office is. I get a pulse of what the concerns are for the day, what the frustrations are, so that when I sit down, I can look through everything very quickly and see, okay, my plan of attack for today, here's a major problem, here's some minor problems, here's some sales assistance, there's some information needed, and just make sure things can continue to flow. So whether I'm on the floor or around the office, I'm constantly just talking with people. I want to find out what's going on and how I can help. And of course, every office needs a break room. And today, we're actually celebrating this month's birthday. So as soon as we get out of here, people are going to come in and have some cake. So basically, my sales team is all over the U.S. There's about 25 or so that represent us in the field. I speak with band directors all day, purchasing agents, superintendents, principals, band boosters. My phone's always ringing. I have 2 phones, 2 iPads, laptop, computer, the desk phone, text, and then we've added Zenzap this year to help with some other issues. Well, first when I came in, everything was text, email, phone call, and it's chasing the fire, right? I always use the analogy, when you try to put a fire out, but you're just putting water on the smoke. It's just the outside. It needs to get to the fire, to what's going on. So communication is hard. We're spread all over the country. There's people here, but I mean, it's literally all over the country and all different times. We have all coast. So coming in to me, was a chase to try to catch up where everyone is and be able to do it. And like, oh no, I forgot something that you texted me. Oh no, did you email it to me? Back and forth. We used a program called Workplace, which was a Facebook, and that was the instant quick fix. It was, we could chat, we could keep files, everything's going on, and then earlier this year, Workplace like, we're going to be done in August, and you can kind of view in September. And I got, I want to say maybe 2 dozen total of different apps and programs and options, and it just went through an entire research project to kind of find something that hit what we have and could hit the things that we wanted to have if they didn't have them already. Well, the reason why Zenzap kind of worked for us, I mean, a lot of programs had a chat feature, which you can find that in all kinds of places, whether you're looking for something organization or not. And I'm not really looking for something that manages the sales process. I'm looking for something that is more on the education resource side. I wanted someone to be able to go and look really quickly and like, well, you know, we had a spat sizes. There's a certain spat size and a size to a certain shoe size. That's a simple and easy chart. Does everyone have it memorized? No. So now it's a size chart, it's in the chat, they can go to the files and find it. The really cool thing about Zenzap that we didn't have before is if I have a chat going with a certain rep, and say, do you have a few minutes? Sure. They can click on the phone icon, create a Google Meet, and I can open it real quick and we can share screens, I can look at what's going on. I can't tell the difference between these two things. I've forgotten something, whatever it is. And that's been completely wonderful. The other thing that we enjoyed a lot with our last program that continued and actually got better with this is videoing. I have a rep that asked this morning, I said, hey, we're going to be busy today. Don't forget to get a video of this school for me on the floor, because you have a director that's looking for something very quickly, and sometimes taking a video of something on the shop floor can help ease that. So it's able to connect the rep to me. I'm not trying to text it back and forth, and here's that video. They can download it, upload it, share it, whatever they want to do, but they have a high quality video right there of what's going on. So those kind of tools make it essential. For the most part, it's fairly easy. So if someone's able to get the text and email set up very quickly into the system, they're on in 20 seconds. If there's ever any issue of, I can't get on for this, we have someone now that's having a little trouble getting on, so I let our tech person know and say, here's what I did. Okay, well, try this. We're troubleshooting together to get them on. So even the 2 or 3 total that have had some challenges getting on, it hasn't been hard. It's just, okay, let's figure out what's happening. What's your device? What's your iOS? And working through that. So I think onboarding is pretty easy for the most part. And the few people that are challenging, they have a nice setup to help us out to fix those issues. Regardless of how much the technology has progressed, some things are still done by hand and by very skilled laborers. Some of the people here have been on the floor as much as 50 years with us. I hope the passion for the performers across this business and all our competitors doesn't change. I mean, the performing arts is not exactly the most lucrative business line out there, but it's full of passionate people that are doing this because of how it changed their lives. So I hope that always continues, regardless of which company it is remembering what we're doing this for. I love what I do. I love who I speak with. I love who I work with. So when I say, what do we do? We make band directors happy, principals, students. That's the goal.